Investors could no longer offset negative gearing losses against other income. Those negative gearing losses had to be isolated and offset against future rental income. Hi there, TC back this week to tackle something that's really quite topical at the moment, and that is negative gearing. We need to consider what it is, why it keeps hitting the headlines, and what I believe we can do to manage this without breaking the property market. In terms of what is negative gearing, we need to remember that it's simply arithmetic. We consider the total income that an investment produces, and then we compare that with the total expenses associated with that investment. Subtract the expenses from the income, and we get either a positive result or a negative result. If the expenses are more than the income, then we have what we call negative gearing. In most instances, this means that you're paying out more in expenses and more cash than you're receiving in income. And I guess we consider, why is this such a hot topic at the moment? It's been discussed and brought up many times over decades, but at the moment, we know that there is a significant housing shortage in Australia, and this is not going to be alleviated in a matter of months or a year or two. Some commentators are saying that if we isolate that deduction, effectively can negative gearing on property investment, it'll free up homes, we move on, and the crisis is solved. I just don't think it's quite as simple as that, and history shows that it is not. Back in the Hawke government, Paul Keating, as Treasurer, brought in his negative gearing experiment. This ran from July 85 through to September 87. Investors could no longer offset negative gearing losses against other income. Those negative gearing losses had to be isolated and offset against future rental income. What we saw was that rents spiked in a number of capital cities and construction stalled. 2 years and 3 months later, the ban was reversed and the ability to offset the negative gearing losses was restored. That episode can show how a very blunt approach can cause significant drama, and in this instance, in the construction industry, which is so important to the Australian economy. Now, most negative gearing losses result from the interest claim. And when we look at it, the interest is able to be claimed against any investment if there is that connection, the nexus, to the income. For acquisitions of shares or acquisition of a business, we get to claim the interest against the income. Singling out property alone feels quite arbitrary. Instead of abolishing negative gearing altogether, I'd propose a slightly more surgical fix. Pick a future date, draw a line in the sand, and after that point, disallow depreciation claims against acquisitions post that date. Quantity Surveyor reports help investors achieve depreciation claims for every tap, hinge, thread of carpet, and really increase that deduction over that first 3 to 5 years. This tips many properties into the red on paper, or further tips it into the red on paper. Remove that non-cash item and the headline tax loss will reduce significantly. I guess we consider then, what will be the impact of my suggestion? Firstly, it might mean that for investors, because the losses are reduced, they might be looking to invest every 5 to 6 years rather than every 3 to 5 years. The government would recoup meaningful revenue without frightening away capital from the industry. Construction stays healthy because interest remains deductible. Existing owners are unaffected. There's no retrospective hit. Home buyers benefit from a market still attractive to investors, but not turbocharged by these non-cash claims. It's important to remember that investors make decisions based on numbers. The removal of the ability to make a depreciation claim means that certain things will still stack up. It might just be at a more measured pace for those investors. So, stay or go. My verdict is that it should stay, but carefully trimmed. Keep interest deductible for income-producing assets. Remove a paper write-off for investors. Rein in generous paper deductions for new and newer residential investments. And we'll strike that delicate balance of the budget requirements, investor confidence, and ensuring that we are putting roofs over Australians' heads. I'm TC, and that's my 2 cents. Now, before you jump, if you found this useful, like or subscribe, and share with anyone who might be interested. The content is for information purposes only. Get your own specific tailored advice. This is not financial advice. I am a poor, simple bean counter and not a substitute for good quality financial advice. If you've got a question or a topic that you'd like me to cover, set it out below or send me an email at tc@tcs2cents.com.au. If you're looking for tailored guidance to boost your business or tax advice or tax results, visit atomicba.au or email us at admin@atomicba.au and see if our team can help you go to the next level.